Good morning from Halloween Horror Nights morning.
It's very strange being at Universal in the morning and about to go, you know, experience some haunted houses.
During the day.
During the day at like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Who needs caffeine when you have Spooky House?
Yeah.
So we are at Universal today. It is a weekday, it's Thursday.
Yep.
So we're hoping the crowd's gonna be much, much lower.
Yep.
We're hoping to experience both houses. It's gonna be a long video, so we're gonna split it up into two. Because we're hoping to experience the houses. There's a Scarecrow, Stalk walk, there's a bunch of food, drinks, there's tons of stuff to do. Yeah,
we have not been to Universal in a hot minute. It's been pretty crowded here, so we just wanted to see how they were gonna do the virtual line, standby line, kind of see how it went before we checked it out.
Oh, yeah.
But we're finally here and are so excited. So they have two Horror Night houses that are open during the day, every single day in the month of October. One is Tooth Fairy. And is that the full name of it?
It does a longer name.
Okay.
I don't know what the heck it is. We'll find out when we get in there.
And then the other one is Bride of Frankenstein.
Yep.
Really excited for both of those. And then they also have like a little trick-or-treat trail type thing where you find different different scarecrows.
Yep.
So we're gonna check that out today and have a Halloween Horror Nights day.
So we're in. One new thing, they are checking fingerprints, but in the case of Kelly, it took like 1,000,000 times to do the fingerprint.
And then they still ask for my ID.
Yeah.
Can anyone tell us why they're doing fingerprints?
Yeah, I don't know. That seems very like a bad idea. And they just kind of sort of wiped it off with a rag afterwards. And that doesn't seem 100% great. So yeah, I don't know. That's a little strange.
But I don't. Why are we doing fingerprints?
I don't know. We got about 20 minutes until the house is open. There's the Revenge of the Tooth Fairy house. So to kill a little bit of time, we're gonna head into the tribute store, see if there's anything new on this Halloween themed day. Here we have a brand new mold. Well, it was here for a little bit, then it left. Now it's back. It's actually in the room with Jack and all the pumpkins. Another Mold-O-Matic that is a pumpkin from, I believe, the 1997 or something. Horror Nights. So let's go ahead and scan our card. They do take credit cards or cash, either one. Swipe that, and then it's off to the races. Oh, there it is.
Yay! Oh, it's big.
Yeah, it is.
Woo!
Oh no.
Hello, friend.
Nice.
It's wax.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like a figurine.
So we are in the food room, the haunted attic creepy room, and they brought back the Horror Ink shirt printing. So they had a bunch of examples on the wall near the ceiling here, 2 different touch screens that you can mess with, lots of different designs, and then on the ceiling here they've got a TV. There's a couple designs that kind of rotate back and forth. I don't really want to touch the screen, so just kind of show what's here. Tons of different designs, and you can scroll left and right and customize your shirt, and they're like 20 something or 30 bucks. We have a brand new face mask in here also. It is the Retro Universal Studios logo with Frankenstein. They have a couple others we'll show later. They don't have them here in the shop, but they also have E.T., Jaws, King Kong, and I also think Earthquake. It is official, the line is open. We're gonna head into the Revenge of the Tooth Fairy house. Right now it shows a 5-minute wait, so it should be nice and quick in and out, and then afterwards we'll head over to the Bride of Frankenstein Lives house. Can't wait. We have continued on, we have not stopped. I'll probably just get right into the house. So I will.
It's only 9:57.
Yeah.
And they open at 10, so I feel like we're gonna just walk right in the house.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is wild.
Yep, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't see anybody stopping as they go by. So I'm gonna put you away, and we'll see you on the other side.
Okay, we just got out of Revenge of the Tooth Fairy. Amazing.
Very good, phenomenal.
We were in and out in 7 minutes. So super fast, super efficient first thing in the morning.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna jump in the line for Bride of Frankenstein just to kind of
knock it out,
take advantage of the low wait time, and then we'll give you like a full review of both right after that.
Absolutely, so we'll see you in a little bit. So we just got done with the Bride of Frankenstein house. Bride of Frankenstein Lives.
Yes.
And we've done all the houses, and what time is it? 10:29.
10:29.
We sat down here just a couple minutes ago, so done all the houses in like less than 30 minutes.
Yeah, and we are in a mask relaxation area.
Yes.
That's the only reason why we have our facial coverings off, because we needed a water break. So we're just taking a beat, and we figured now would be a good time to talk to you, kind of debrief and tell you guys about both the houses. Just want to point that out there. We do wear facial coverings and wear them correctly.
Yes, yeah, this is the U-Rest area. I don't know if this has been here the whole time? I feel like it hasn't.
I feel like it's new. Maybe this might be a newer location.
Yeah.
It's directly across from the Mummy.
Yeah, so it's that little side street where, if you're familiar with Mardi Gras, where they have the food booths, this is where the U-Rest area is. So nice little U-Rest area. So let's talk about each of the houses and what they are, and then we'll talk about kind of what we thought.
Yeah.
Sound good? Okay. So the first house we did was Revenge of the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna read like the description of it. The innocent traditions of the Tooth Fairy hide a darker ritual. All children must give up their baby teeth to the goblin-esque tooth fairies or pay a gruesome price. Step into an old manor that has been overrun by yellow-clawed fiends who extract teeth by force. Did you feel that lot lived up to the description?
Yes.
Yes.
What rating would you give it?
I would give Revenge of the Tooth Fairy a 7 out of 10.
I agree.
It was very like Victorian themed, but also like storybook. So like right when you walk in, they had really big like vintage like pages of a, you know, the fairy tale, and the first scene was all like cardboard like cutouts of like a child in bed.
Yeah, almost like a pop-up book.
Yeah, like
so
a pop-up book. So like really, really unique and cool.
Okay, note to self, there is a SpongeBob random cavalcade parade that goes by.
I've never seen a parade over here in this area.
Crazy.
Anyway, so yeah, the little goblin creatures in the Tooth Fairy Revenge was super creepy. They definitely got us a few times, like the makeup and their like fangs and like teeth.
And they had like the people that had like their mouths like torn open and like metal through there. It was pretty good.
So the prosthetic and like horror makeup
good
team.
Stuff. Good job.
A+. So a couple things that we didn't want to talk about in terms of like Halloween, horror nights, and haunted houses in the times of COVID-19. So all the scare actors inside, and including the team members outside, do wear a mask, but I did notice they incorporated it into their costumes.
Yes.
So some of the masks obviously had like prosthetics outside of it, so it's so blended in with the story. And then they all had plexiglass.
Yeah.
So that was something that you do notice in the house, especially with some of the flashing lights. You can potentially see a scare coming, because if there's plexiglass there's often a scare actor behind there that's gonna get you. So that was something that was like, okay. But something that I did like was the social distancing inside the house. HHN is known for what they call conga lines, because you're like back to back with the party in front of you. They want to get you in, get you out. It's such a popular event. There's so many people that want to see it. But social distancing is great because you can kind of experience, like look around, and you're not kind of being like literally pushed through. And there are a lot of team members in there that had like glow stick wands that would tell you, you know, like hold, okay, now you can come. Yeah. So it's kind of nice that they like held you there, because there's an opportunity for the scare actors to like scare you again, and like you're by yourself for a minute. So I actually kind of really liked that.
Yeah, it was nice.
So I was really impressed with what they were able to do.
Yeah. And I definitely don't think the plexiglass took away too much from the house.
Yeah,
when I first heard about it, I kind of envisioned like basically like a plexiglass hallway throughout the entire thing that was continuous. When in reality, it's just small pieces of plexiglass where the scare actors would normally be jumping out at you.
It also looked like plastic sheeting. It didn't even look
in some cases.
You know, it didn't even look like like they weren't like boxed like in a glass case or something. So it really wasn't like that bad. I was very impressed with what they were able to do. Yeah. So I want to talk about Bride of Frankenstein Lives.
Yes, that is the second house. That one is where like Ghostbusters and Stranger Things were last year. And then the Tooth Fairy, just for context, is right next to the New York Library and Jimmy Fallon.
Yep. So the Bride of Frankenstein's description is, we belong dead. The last words of Frankenstein's monster on that fateful night where his bride rejected him. But his end was her beginning. Now the bride is stepping out of the shadows to bring him back. And there's nothing she won't do as she sharpens her brilliance by experimenting on unsuspecting victims. The mate will have her monster, and the monster his mate.
That one was definitely not as good as the Tooth Fairy house. I would probably give it maybe a 4.5 or 5 out of 10.
I would give it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
The theming was great inside. I love the fact that a female monster has her own house. The costuming was really great. Her wig was on point. But in terms of scares, they didn't get me as much as
not at
the
all.
Tooth Fairy one did. Still a great fun house.
Yeah.
I would say that house, it felt we were a little closer together.
We were, yeah. It was a little less social
house.
distancing in that house, and there's less cast members kind of stopping us or directing us.
Yeah.
So a lot of the scares happened to the people that were maybe 4 or 5 feet in front of us. And then we would kind of see that, and then we'd just keep going. So that was kind of a little bit of a bummer.
As we were outside in the queue line, before we went in, we also did notice that there were 20 scare actors going into the house.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was already a shift change or already you know, a new batch of actors. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Like I said, it was so fun, just different. It's also really different to be doing these houses at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Very strange.
It's just, you know, because if you are an HHN fan, you're, you know, you go at night and it's just a different vibe, and just it feels kind of strange to be going during the day, and in COVID times you're wait a minute, what's happening? But I'm really impressed, and I want to thank Universal and the team members for giving us, you know, a portion of HHN that really makes it special while keeping everyone safe.
Right outside of the Mummy and the Revenge of the Tooth Fairy house, they do have a new food truck. This has some classic items like the Twisted Taters, but also brand new item, the Twisted Franken Coils, which is a giant foot-long hot dog that is inside and is wrapped around has Twisted Tater wrapped around it. Crazy item looking. I'll probably come back here and get Twisted Tater a little bit later, but this is here over by the Mummy. Heading now towards the Universal store by the front of the park. We are going to do the Scarecrow Stalk Scavenger Hunt. It is a free activity. You get a map in the Universal store, and then look for various scarecrows and skeletons throughout Universal Studios, just here, not an Islands of Adventure. You get a stamp for each one you find, and at the end, you actually get a little candy bag. So that's exciting. So we're gonna head over there and we'll show you that in a sec. Here is the first station for the Scarecrow Stalk. Please see a team member for a map, so we'll find one in a sec, but stalk around Universal Studios and locate 13 scarecrows and skeletons, collect them all, and receive a trick-or-treat candy sampler bag. Here's one of the first skeletons. Super creepy, love it.
Also, it smells really good.
Yeah, it does. Here is our map for the Scarecrow Stalk. You get your first stamp already for the Universal Studio store. The next one is at Silver Screen Collectibles. Some of them they actually mentioned don't have the name on the outside of the shop. So you kind of have to, you said, brainstorm and think of, okay, Silver Screen Collectibles, where would that be? And I think it's actually the shop with Hello Kitty. I think that's where that is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because that's Betty Boop.
Yeah, and all the silver screen stuff's already black and white in there. So.
Alright, that's a good idea.
Because the one after that is 5 and Dime, which is right down that way.
That is by the Bourne Stuntacular on Sunset Boulevard, so, right?
Yeah, I think so, yep. So we'll check that out next. I was right. Here's the next Scarecrow in the Scarecrow Stalk. Number 2. She's in the Hello Kitty and kind of retro collectible store down Hollywood Boulevard. Creepy. On the right there is the 5 and Dime down Hollywood Boulevard. Crowd-wise, it seems pretty okay. Not too bad so far. Wait times seem pretty low, so that's good. Well, let's head inside the 5 and Dime and find that next Scarecrow or skeleton. Here is the skeleton here in the 5 and Dime. Very Frankenstein looking, so I like that. And I like the kind of pole that they're on.
I like the art on the pumpkin.
And the pumpkin's super cool. It's like airbrushed Dracula, so that's fun.
That's awesome.
Love it. Nice. Look who it is. It's King Julian over here outside of the NBC Media Center. Gotta love him. Hey, Julian. Looking good. Dancing around, having a fun time. Next up is SpongeBob StorePants, which is very funny to me that there is a terrifying scarecrow or skeleton inside of a children's themed store. And here it is. spooky, scary skeleton pirate person. Good thing this one's a little bit more benign, because that would have been really funny if it was just a terrifying Scarecrow inside a kid's store. I think I just realized, is this Patchy the Pirate from SpongeBob? Because here's Patchy's parrot, so probably Patchy the Pirate is apparently dead.
Oh,
it's a little dark.
oh my.
Oh, sorry, kids.
Next up is the Men in Black gear shop. Let's see what we have in store. Alright, might be my favorite one yet. Inside the Men in Black gear shop, it is super cool looking. Like, up the brightness a little bit, you can see the like creepy alien face inside the like pumpkin helmet. Super cool. Love this one. It wasn't supposed to be that hot today, but it is very hot today.
It's so warm.
It was like supposed to be like mostly cloudy, mid to high 80s, and there's like barely any clouds in the sky.
Full sun, and it says 85.
Well, I don't believe that.
It's probably 90.
Yeah, it is crazy hot out. We're gonna head now to the next, which is towards the exit of Fast and Furious. The Custom Gear Shop is apparently what it's called. Did not know that. Into the Custom Gear Shop. The shop at the exit of Fast and Furious Supercharged. Here we have our spooky skeleton Scarecrow. It says, I run on steam, oil, and your souls. Quit grinding my gears. Hell was full. HHN forever. Love it.
I like the oil.
That's cool. Oil pumpkin and a tire. Pretty funny. And there's Dom's car.
Good job.
Nice. Inside San Francisco Candy Company, we have the next skeleton. Ah, he's got an eye coming out. That's crazy. Never been in here before, and they have some crazy looking treats. Look at this like giant brick Rice Krispie treat. This is probably like fall or seasonal looks like, or maybe chocolate, I can't really tell. Lots of different kinds of caramel apples, cookies and cream apples, different types of fudge. Everything looks so good. Woo-hoo! So we're gonna cut part one here, because we do have another half of the Scarecrow Stalk trail to do, as well as lots of candy, treats, food, and drink to enjoy. So we will see you on the next one. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of our adventures, make sure to subscribe, click the bell icon so you get notified for part 2 and every other video that we come out with. And as always, we will see you next time for more Young at the Parks.
Bye!